Hello everybody, this is DJ Smooth straight out of Cape Town in South Africa, and welcome to New Money.
Exactly. And in this episode, guys, we are talking about what money really is. Because, in my journey, I have been really doing a lot of things without really understanding what money is. And it wasn't until I got into crypto that almost forced me, or by chance, I ended up learning more about money because I was dealing with new currencies, right? Which made me now dig deep into what currencies are and how they work. In your own understanding, how do you understand money? What do you think money really is?
I think taking from the previous episode to say that when we were brought up,
Yeah.
it was subconsciously drummed into our minds that money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Hey, where do you think money grows on trees? Where do
Right.
you think your father had a rich company here? We don't have money in this home. Hey, who do you think you know what I mean? Like all of those stereotypes and all of that noise that was drummed into our heads. We grew up with it subconsciously that
Right.
as we grow, we're not aware that it affects our relationship with money. That's why you'll find a very successful soccer player or athlete, especially of African descent, who end up getting millions and millions of rands or dollars only to lose them a couple of years later.
Yes.
Or somebody who wins the lottery only to lose the money a couple of, not even maybe years later, maybe even a year later.
Yes.
But because of the relationship with the money. It's not about the money, but it's your attitude towards the money, right?
Yes.
So when I grew up, it was the same. I was brainwashed. I believed I needed validation by having to wear expensive clothes. When I started making the money, I needed validation by having to buy nice cars so that, people can give me the respect that I thought I deserved at the
Right.
time. And then I was not aware that I did not know much about money. I was not aware that a lot of the times when I've made money, I would spend on liabilities. I would buy those shoes, I would buy those sneakers, I would buy that next car, I would pay that big bill, entertaining my friends at a restaurant table or at a bar, and I wouldn't even have a budget every month to write down my expenses, just maybe because in my mind there was so much of this money coming in when I was doing well in my early years of my career, that I became so ignorant,
Yes.
and I became so, I would say, reckless
Right.
with money. And I think over the years, it catches up with you.
Yes.
Because when it catches up with you, money does run dry.
Right.
When money does run dry, it affects relationships around your immediate life, your immediate relationships. It affects the people who used to be around you. People start gravitating away because you don't have those resources that you
Right.
used to have anymore.
Right.
People end up maybe don't even take your calls anymore. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have experienced that when you've got money, you've got a lot of friends. And when you don't have the money, nobody wants to be your friend. So that's my answer to you, that throughout my upbringing and subconscious mentality that I've had, it has affected my relationship with money so much so that only now,
Yeah.
in the later years of my life, I changed my attitude and then I started wanting to work towards investing and building for the future. And that's
Yes.
what I've been doing, I'd say, for the past, say, 7 years.
Yes. So that is a very good personal and really a spiritual connection of what money can be, or explanation of how our relationship with it and how people may perceive it. What you explained there is pretty much that you were in the mindset of money is for buying things, which is
Yes.
what a lot of us by default we think like. I was lucky enough that I learned about this early enough,
And
that-
I'm glad that I'm sitting with a 27-year-old who was much wiser than a 27-year-old me then.
Right on. Yeah, because a lot of us think that money is for buying. If you ask someone about money, if you have money, what are you going to do? So if I have money, I want to buy X, or if I want to buy it because I want to buy X, and you realize that, look, that's not really what it's all about. Money is energy, is a frequency, right? It's power. So you want to have as much of it as you can. It means you have more energy, you have more power. People build all these buildings we're looking at, right? Somebody has to put on the money. If you throw out R1 million right now, how many people are going to be running around, to build something that you want? You have real estate projects. That is all energy that you really had to say, hey, here's a couple of million. We want to build here. People are waking up every morning to come to work, to build the buildings, dig the soil, do everything. That's the energy that's coming from money. So money is a store of value, right? Going to back to the technicals of it, which is what I've learned from in my cryptocurrency journey. Money is really a store of value, right? Where you store a certain value, and you can choose whether you're going to lose that value or you're going to keep it. Where does it come from? We're currently in a fiat system, in a fiat monetary system where
What is a fiat monetary system?
it's something different from, say, gold, right? Gold is not fiat money, is sound money. It's sound money because if you take gold, you go to China with it, people are going to want it too, right? If you take 20 Rand, you go to China with it, show it to a street guy, it's probably just going to look at it and doesn't even want it, because it's money that we are told that it's valuable, because we are taught that it's valuable, it's worth that much. But all fiat currencies are the same. It's a piece of paper. One is written $20, another one is written 20 Rand. What's really the difference between the two? There's no material difference. They're all the same. And how fiat money is created is by printing. The central banks print the money. So you need to think of it this way. Money is coming from the top, right? Let's say from the rain man, which is the central bank. They print it. When they print the money, who do they give it to? The person who gets it from those guys gets it for
Banks,
free.
right?
It's the bank. I mean, the bank printed. The bank actually just, they don't have the money that they claim they have. So if you go and borrow money, it's numbers on the computer. But the central banks print the initial, say, market cap of how much money in circulation should be. The question is, if you're a reserve bank and you print money today, how are people going to get it from you? Right? Now the distribution starts there. So what they do, they give it to people who are credit wealthy. That's how the supply gets distributed. So someone who is a big businessman or is a rich person or is just a favor, is a political connect, they'll be like, oh, they're credit worthy. They'll give them money for free because they said they're going to invest it into something. And then those guys, they say, oh, I have money now. I want to build a big factory. You guys come work for me. And then they go to the guy. We work for him. He pays us. And then now we have money.
So they're exchanging their time for the money.
Exchanging time for money. And then we take our salaries. Now we're going to be able to buy bread at home, right? So you can see it's just a flow of different transactions. But at the very top, the money is free. It's everywhere. It's printed for free. It's all paper. And the people who are printing it give it to people who are credit worthy. Unfortunately, if you're people of our color, maybe you're not going to get too much luck with it, because you're not credit worthy by default. And for the gods who print the money, the fiat guys, they just don't see you as a credit worthy person, which makes fiat money bad money. But that doesn't mean that you can't get good at it and get it, right? So I think if anything we can get from this episode is that money is value, is energy.
I like that. I like the last part, energy.
Right. Yeah.
And I believe, I'm also a very big believer in energy. I believe if I want to acquire something, I need to vibrate myself to get into that space of energy. It's like back in the day when we were growing up, when we used to have those analog radio stations where you're looking for your favorite radio station, it's going,
yeah.
Or even you're changing a TV channel, like, until you sort of get the channel, but it's not clear until you get it, then it's clear.
Yes.
So I believe when it's going, I believe you are working towards getting yourself into that vibrational point of whatever energies you're trying to match, so that you can acquire whatever that is. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'll make you an example. Say, for instance, a guy like myself who's not married. I'm looking for a significant other out there, but I'm looking for this type of a person. I'm looking for this type of person. I need to be that person first before I meet that person. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah, you are making sense.
I need to work on myself before I throw fingers at my exes and I blame them. I need to look internally and say, Smooth, you've probably been like this in your previous relationship. You've probably been like that, but it's high time to up your game.
Yes.
If you're looking for a man who's going to be like this, like this, like that, you need to be like that yourself first. Why am I making that example? It's the same with money. I believe mentally you need to emotionally train yourself and work on yourself so much so that you end up attracting money. I know to some people it might not make sense. How do you attract money? You attract money by speaking like money, by feeling like you deserve the money,
Yes.
by speaking the things that you're working on with conviction, by carrying yourself with an attitude like you already have that money that which you are looking for.
Right.
I'm not saying be arrogant or be extravagant or be flamboyant out there throwing your success or your money in people's faces. You probably don't have the money yet, but I'm saying mentally you need to daily
Yes.
work on the different things and the routines and some of the content that you watch, the things you listen to, or the podcasts or the books that you read or the people you hang around with. But you have to consistently work hard on yourself on a daily basis to raise that vibrational mental energy of yours to get to a point where you kind of feel you deserve this money because you were here for success, because you are meant to become successful. Once you have it here and you feel entitled here in a positive way, I believe then you start slowly working towards attracting money to you.
Right.
I might be wrong, I don't know.
No, actually, you put it right. I mean, it's exact. And when we talk about money being energy, people think it's just some woo-woo talk. It's really real. It's like, you know, energy is everything. It's like energy is power. For you to move something, you need, you can't, to build the tallest building in the city, you're gonna need more people, right? And you're gonna need more electrical energy to do it. You're gonna need a huge team of people. And for you to have to attract as many people as you want to get something done that's so powerful, you need more money. Again, money is real energy, because the more you have, the more you're able to do. So because it is energy, like we have established, you want to make sure that it's not something that you want to lose, right? You eat every day, you recharge so that you have energy to keep going around the day. Why don't we want to be hungry? Is because if we are hungry, we don't have energy to do anything. Just like you also don't want to be in a position where you don't have money, because you will be dysfunctional, right? So money is energy. The way it works is exactly how you explained it, is that it's energy. You want to make sure you preserve it, and you have to be in the right state of mind and frequency to be aligned with the energy of money, right? Because you'll be making the right decisions to make sure that you preserve the energy. It's the type of energy that you want to accumulate, not lose, so that you can be, the more you accumulate, the bigger things you can do, right? I don't know if I'm making a point.
It does make sense, and you're making a point. And what I love about what you're saying is it actually, it says to my mind, Sbu, share this point as well with the people that are watching, to say,
right,
you must never be stagnant and feel comfortable, like as if, because maybe you have 100,000 rand in your
right,
bank account, you feel you're okay, nobody can tell you anything.
Right.
Because there's somebody out there who knows better than you. There always is. I may have been making more money or longer than he has, or made more money than he has over the past years because I'm older. But here I am. I'm sitting with him. He's like 15 years younger than me. I'm learning from him. Why? Because as a human being, you can never stop learning. So if you want to make money, if you want to change your attitude towards money, if you want to understand more about money, you want to start attracting money, you want to start creating that wealth, that legacy for future generations, you need to start gravitating towards this type of content.
Right.
Start gravitating towards people that can teach you and help you. Be with a similar tribe
right,
of the people that you're trying to. Don't always hang out with those people who are always out and partying when you know you're a soccer player. You need to be out at practice. You need to be at the gym, but you're always out there partying with. Move with the tribe of people that are already doing the type of things that you're doing. That's the reason why I'm here with this brother, Great Jabesi, on the second episode of New Money. And I'm quite excited that every episode seems to be getting better and better.
Exactly. Thank you for this episode, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.